What's going on, guys? Slovash here, bringing you my latest and greatest Green Goblin build, and this is on the live server. For those of you who followed him going through the test center, I had some projected build ideas, and now that everything's finally tuned and it doesn't look like they're going to change much, he's actually a really solid character. I'm surprised. Some of his aspects of his loadout just aren't really smooth. I think I talked about that in the last one. The glider moves, those just the glider weapons, most of them are not ultra useful, with the exceptions of remote dive and rocket barrage. These are what two of the skills in this tree that people are kind of filling in the gaps in their builds with. But I want to explain to you guys my build, my thoughts behind it, and then show you some Cosmic Hightown gameplay with him. I passed a trial the first time through. I think I have about 6,000 omegas or something like that. I just want to go through everything, so let's just go over the synergies as of right now. My build is mainly focused on area and any skill that has to do with physical damage. So that's the primary objective, is to get as much boost to physical damage as I possibly can from any skill or artifact or anything. Mainly because of his passive, it also adds 10% to physical damage moves, and that was something that came out that changed a little bit from the test center. I think it was 5%, so it got even better. Anywho, starting off with the synergies, guys, I got Colossus, Cyclops, and this is because he does physical damage and extra health is always good. Cyclops for extra mega orbing. Green Goblin's own synergy for the area damage. I got Human Torch for the area damage. Magneto for the area damage. Moon Knight I got on. Let me get rid of this chat window. Moon Knight I got on because he does 2% chance for physical powers, so most of the moves in my kit are physical, so that's huge. Maybe the best synergy for him so far. I guess I could do Cable too. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah, we're gonna adjust something around here to get Cable in there because I need that crit chance. So we got She-Hulk. I think that's the one I'm probably gonna change. Yeah, She-Hulk is going bye-bye. We're gonna put on Cable. Cable's too good for endgame because of his crit chance. So I'm making that adjustment as of right now. You guys saw that live happen. Alright, so we're going with Cable, Colossus, Cyclops, Green Goblin, Human Torch, Magneto, Moon Knight, Squirrel Girl for extra damage for bosses, doing Thor because he does physical and energy. There are still some moves that are tagged energy in this build. I tried to minimize them, but some still do physical and energy or just pure energy, so he's a decent character to have that on. And then finally we're doing the Wolverine synergy for brute chance and brute damage. Under the Omega trees, we'll start with neural enhancement during neural robotics, just because of the physical damage rating. Interstellar exploration. I really like this Kakananthara. Anyways, I like this because this helps you just clear out trash mobs faster. If you guys know how to pronounce that, more power to you, man. I've never heard it said before, so it's kind of hard. So don't bash me. Anyways, Hala. This is another great one for physical powers. Pretty much any physical character should probably have this. It's Brute Strike, Crit Strike, and just flat out damage. So I'm doing 26 in that, 20 in this. In this move, since he does energy and physical, this is good for hybrids. I am doing this because he'll get the 300 brutal pretty quick on that last little bonus there. Mutation, I put a bunch of points into Warpath. Angel's obviously a prerequisite for Warpath, but another one that'd be good would probably be Psylocke if you had points. None in radioactive. Nanotech, obviously doing spin tech. And then under human augmentation, beasting out on these Deathlock programs, Reaver programs, Super Soldier Serum. These are just, I think these were point dumps. So I just kind of filled in there. Then I wanted to do some points into Melt Face just to get his brutal damage rating up a little higher. And then Shadow King's Possession for the crit and brutal strike rating, because Green Goblin had a little bit of a problem hitting his crit and brute at 50. I don't even think I'm there yet, but it's close. So finishing this off, let's go over the skills breakdown for Green Goblin. This is my own build. You guys are free to tinker with this. I'll tell you some of the alternatives to the moves that I'm putting in the slots that I do and why I did that. Under glider weapons, we'll start here. Basically, you got no points in anything except for a remote controlled dive. Now, the reason I did this is because this is a physical damage move and in its area. So it benefits from area and physical damage buffs. So that's why it's in this build over top of Rocket Barrage, because I didn't want to put too many energy moves in here since I was focusing mainly on physical damage. So that's why that's here. Under the Bag of Tricks tree, we got 20 points into Pumpkin Bomb, just because it's physical damage and probably one of his best spamming moves. It does burn, so any of your artifacts that are affected by burning status, that would work on this if you have this applied to all your enemies. This is also a dot, so it's great for all that good stuff, and it's tagged as area, so another reason it's great. Now, Gas Pumpkin, this is your vulnerability applier. No way to really get around the fact that it's energy damage, but it still does quite a bit of dot damage over time. And this is something you can spam across the screen. Between these two moves together, you can pretty much DOT a lot of trash mobs. So just throw one, throw this one, or throw this one first, and then throw that one afterwards for the extra 10% damage on Pumpkin Bomb. So these two are the moves I use the most, and there's no cooldown on them, so it's nice and spammable. I elected to not go with Hallucinogenic Pumpkin just because it was energy damage, and I didn't really want to focus on that. And Goblin Surprise just never, ever was a good move in my eyes. I don't see where it fits in or why you would choose that over some other move. So still no points there. Sonic Toads. I have to really admit, and maybe this is just me being super cheesy, there is something so fucking satisfying about killing people with this move. If you haven't tried this with the synergy of Fistful of Toads, you should. This is a physical damage move. That's why I made it into this build. I needed some moves with cooldown. So with the bonus from Fistful of Toads, you get an 8-second cooldown, 50% more damage, and you get a shitload more frogs. So when you're up really close to someone, you cast this at like point blank range. Those 9 toads go out at like one time, and if like 7 out of the 9 hit a guy, their health just fucking spikes down. It's awesome. You just see like a whole shit of numbers on the screen. It's great. So this is definitely like one of my favorite cheese moves. Plus it fits into the build, so I threw it on there. That's my left click. And then obviously everything is working its way up to the big one. This is a physical damage move that gets bonuses from Vulnerable and Burning, which you'll get from your 2 other pumpkins. So you're basically spamming these 2, then finishing people off with the big one. This is another 8-second cooldown. That's pretty much what you're working up towards. That'll finish off a lot of mobs. And then going over to the Madman tree, I got 1 point in Glide. I got 20 points in the Strength over Sanity. Now this is basically the reason why this build is what it is. This is +1 and 10% damage to physical powers. So that's, I think with +1 to Strength, I don't know what Strength does. Let me look real quick. What does it see? Strength is 4 damage per rank. So that basically means it's 14 physical damage plus with just his passive, plus the damage, plus the crit hit rating, plus the brute strike rating, and the power buff is really good too. So this is just a great move. 20 points in this for sure. 20 points in Carpet Bomb. I think that this move turned out a lot better than I wanted it to. I use this a lot whenever I'm like in situations where getting too close would definitely be questionable, especially in like Hightown. Like if you're in an area with like at least right now the shield agents where they just shoot you down so damn fast, it's pretty fun to like fly over them, do a shitload of damage with this, and then kind of fly back out of the way. Plus, when you're moving with this, Green Goblin's little synergy kicks in. It adds a little more damage to it, so it's kind of nice. Carpet Bomb's great for the invulnerability. It's good for AoE kind of trash clearing. It's not very good against single target bosses. Sometimes you can whip them around and make a bunch of them hit, but you never get like huge damage numbers from this. So just keep that in mind. It does take away. It's strong, but it's not that accurate, so you won't hit every bomb every time. But it does have a quick cooldown, so that's another great thing to do, or a great thing to have for this skill. And then finally, capping off the Madman tree, we are now putting 20 points in the Goblin formula. And that is because it's just a huge defensive buff, tons of health regen per second, and just a lot of dodge rating, max health per second, like passive. Again, I'm still not putting this on my skill bar because I let the game actually automatically trigger it whenever I fall below 30% on either health or spirit. So it just kind of works itself in. Basically, if you can just dash away for a couple seconds, you'll probably have all your health back. It's kind of nice. So this helps me get up to that 26k you see down there in the bottom. All the leftover points got dumped into Impaling Boost. Now this is a physical and energy damage movement. Obviously, anyone who's ever been in town with the Green Goblin, this is that super annoying sound you hear, that kind of sound. But anyways, Impaling Boost is what I fill in my build with. What I mean by that is after I've cast all my pumpkins, there's really no point to recast them unless there's new guys in the area. So what I'll do is I'll cast my pumpkin sequence, do my cooldowns, do my signature, and then if there's any guys left, I will dash in and out of those people because it does melee damage for hitting the person, and it does bomb damage, and the drop's 2 bombs. So if you're just dashing back and forth, which you can do very quickly, it actually does quite a bit of damage. So it keeps you safer too because it's really hard to target you. You're always moving, and you can dodge really quickly with this build. So that's how I am working that in. That seemed to work pretty well for me, especially in the Cosmic Trial. I was dashing a bunch to get around people and kind of making them about face. You dodge a lot of moves this way. So Impaling Boost is my filler in my rotation. And that's probably different from most other people's builds, I'm guessing. So this is how I'm using Green Goblin. Let's go over his gear real quick. Currently, right now, I'm using a Advanced Circlet of Sidorek, blessed obviously with Hela, Demon Blood, blessed, Grim Reaper. It's not bad. Doing the Armor Anti-Reality Grenade. This is great because it's physical power, energy power, and it has a bunch of area tags on it, so it's awesome. Gem of the Cursed, can't go wrong there. Doing Attilian Relics for the extra area damage rating. Doing the Power Dupe with a defensive Uru, because defense really helps you in the end game stuff. I'll be dashing around a lot, so I'm using Midtown Signet. This is literally like the worst roll I have, but it's the only one I had available. A lot of people are using the Gugnir, and it makes sense because his crit hit rating isn't that great without trying to like really buff it up with your Omegas. So Gugnir's your very basic vanilla type legendary. You can't really go wrong with it on your guy, but I really wanted to play into the fact a little bit that he's a hybrid hero, and the fact that I will in my rotation be constantly doing energy and physical damage. I figured I could get some extra damage that way, and it turns out that I was pretty right. So you're getting at least 2 of the 3 benefits from the Power Cosmic, and the 15 health or 1500 health doesn't hurt either. So that's why I'm using that. I'm trying to get all of his personal uniques with the fighting bonus challenge on him, or a challenge bonus on him, just because that will help out a lot with the brute damage. I got crit damage on the costume with invulnerability and some health regen. I'm just using all of his own uniques, as you saw earlier, and then basically trying to get a perfect Doom Herbie right now, but it doesn't want to agree with me, so I'm still re-rolling this shit. But that's pretty much it. I think right now I'm rocking 44% chance to crit, and Brutal is 61. So You do pop some big numbers every once in a while. I'd like it to be to 50, but maybe with a Gugner in there I can get that. But he's still a very solid hero without hitting that mark. With that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and bring him right into Hightown. In order to do that, I'm going to bring out none other than the Deadpool team-up. Best ever for Hightown or any kind of cosmic patrol zone, just because the freeze and server lag just, it's too damn good. Now, I've been trying to farm my ass off on getting one of these god killers from what's his name? Not Kurgi, that's who I'm fighting right now. Gorgon. Gorgon has the god killer and he will not drop it for me. I don't know how Wilfred Wong does this shit, man. Whenever he's playing like in a serious zone like this and trying to talk, it's hard fucking shit. Trying to do a live commentary while you're playing. Anyways, so as you can see, I dash a lot, and those bombs just do kind of a trail of death right behind me, but I always lead off with the gas pumpkin, follow it up with a pumpkin bomb. If there's a bunch of guys in the zone, I'll do like a strike with the board. Where is this thing? I'm trying to find this coffer. And then sometimes I'll pull out the glider. I don't think I'll hit anyone with that one. A few people. But the toads, man, that's what gets me. Look at those fucking things go out. Oh, it's so nice. Alright, let's get on the Mindless Titan. See how much damage we can shit out. Toad time. So this is where I just dash left and right while my cooldowns are recharging. Try and move while I'm doing this so I get that extra little bit of buff damage. Ooh, Mindless Titan wasn't happy with me. Yes! I needed that green, or that Cosmic Mindless Titan. It's actually huge. It's huge. Alright, what is this thing? Magneto? Demon Band. I love these reliquaries too, man. The new ones. Oh, so good. Where is Gorgon? That's all I care about. I have flight on my H key, just because I want to be able to do exactly what I'm doing right now and get up and go past these guys. I actually think they made his flight move a little bit faster than his dash, because his dash distance is so shitty that you really have to dash like ultra fast, which I don't think it lets you, in order to get it to be a little bit better than his flight move. So maybe that's what they intend on, but his dash is good for the damage it does. It's not very good for traveling. If you want to do consecutive little left and right bumps on someone like I just did, it's great, because the short damage is just perfect. But for actually traveling somewhere, I think you're better off going with the glide right now because of how short the distance is. I think that was one of the main concerns that people on the forums are having with Green Goblin, was his dash distance per cast is just so low that it kind of sucks. Wait, Yetch. Kind of feels like you play Silver Surfer a little bit, but more with like area moves. I don't know. It's pretty sweet. I have a Silver Surfer that I use for basically like doing all my grinding of like all the shared quests and shit. It's perfect for it, but I don't know. Green Goblin might be a contender. Just kidding. I don't know if there is anyone even remotely close to being as fast as a well geared up Silver Surfer is for knocking out shared quests and shit. A lot of brutal hits. Toad time. That dude had fucking beast mode. Hell. Wait, they killed all the agents? I'm so proud of these people. Wow. Hats off to you guys. Unless they fucking hotfix it, I don't know. Those shield ains ain't nothing to fuck with right now. I'll set it down, I don't want to ruin that car. Come on, show me them bosses. I'm looking for those interim bosses, man. I want that Gorgon. I don't know how many times I have to kill Gorgon before he'll drop a God Killer. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's faster after just looking at it right there. Oh man, I was flying the right direction. Look at me. Little bomb in. Quick like. Come on, man. Give me that God Killer. It is just not gonna happen. Anyways, let's go get Kurgi, and then I'm gonna wrap up this video for you guys. I hope you're enjoying the build. Hope me leaving the mini-map open isn't that big of a distraction. I know I do it a lot. I'm so used to looking at it that I just see right through it almost when I don't want to. But I know it's clutter on the screen, so I try to get rid of it for you guys. See right here, where I'm just taking some heat, and there's just a bunch of little bastards around, kind of like applying too much damage that I don't really want on me. That's when I'll use that signature. Just pretty good for that type of situation, but for one target, it's not bad, but it's not great. I think I just whiffed on that glider dive. Let's hit him with the ultimate. Wow, he's doing some shit damage right now. Oh, he had a fucking nullifier totem, didn't he? I don't know what he's got. Oh well. Looks like it's me versus Kurgi. Get that totem out of here if I can. Wrecked it. But you can see how little fucking damage you take when you're just moving around all the time. Don't know where to go. Have to look at. Hells yeah. That's how you do it. That's how you farm those fucking cosmic reliquaries, man. Right there. Oh, where are you going for? Going for Kurgi? Yeah, you guys didn't help me, so I killed him. Let's pop any of this shit that I just earned. Let's see what's in there. Oh, don't want the glider. Not yet, at least. But anyways, any unique you find in here on Cosmic Hightown, and this is the main reason I would say I'd farm this shit. Any unique you find in here is going to have a challenge bonus on it, so it pretty much makes it so that you don't ever have to use your hero accommodations for like anything anymore. Get off me there, buddy. anyways, so I don't think I've upgraded any gear, but basically whenever you find one of the slots with the fighting challenge bonus that you want, it doesn't really matter what the percent rolls are up on top here, because you can just use those new formulas to re-roll. So basically you just get a shell of like a +1 to fighting, and then you just roll it to be better statistics, and it's absolutely perfect, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. I hope you guys join me next week when I'll be bringing you some more Marvel Heroes gameplay. Peace out.